All right, what's poppin'? I don't know if anybody else heard that little intro music thing going on there. We are here. All right, so let me tell you guys, I have decided. Number one, I guess welcome to like today's live stream. You guys have not seen my face in a hot minute. Um, you know, forever will grace you with my headbands and house dresses because this is what we do when we are at the house because we work from home. We work from anywhere. This is what we do. But yeah, welcome to another live stream. Today we are live streaming on less platforms than usual. And I know that's like super crazy, but I decided that I was going to stream this on less platforms to see if we could get a different quality of streaming. Oh my gosh. Did I just bend down? Yes. Why? You know what this is, guys? This is the hardwire connection for the internet. It is not in the computer. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in here and hope that all the good things happen. So I am redecorating. So welcome to my new office space. We got some things happening. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks, but we don't let that stop us from coming on here and chatting with y'all. So what? Oh my gosh, this is hilarious, guys. I also don't have the computer plugged in. Just gonna go ahead and bend down and plug that puppy in. At least I have, okay. Yes, at least I have the microphone plugged in because, woo, child, I could. Anyway. All right. So it's Tuesday, people, and we are doing all the things. Okay, so like I said, I'm downsizing the number of platforms that I'm chatting on. So today, I am only on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Now, Instagram typically gives us a little bit of trouble. So, we'll see how that goes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have like way too many things happening over here on the right hand side. Anyway, but as I said, I'm dumbing down the number of platforms that I'm using to stream to you guys to kind of see if that will make things a little easier for my people over there on LinkedIn. Because apparently when I'm streaming on all these different platforms, like the LinkedIn streaming quality is really, really low. Anywho, all of that said, today, what are we chatting about today? I think I previewed this for you guys just a little bit. So, again, welcome. And I am beyond excited for today's topic because it is something that I think has been on my mind for a while. And especially after chatting with an amazing event planner named Kareen. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I could drop her. I'm going to drop her. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop her LinkedIn profile link in the comments. So if you're on Instagram, you can't see this. I know it's stressful. I'm sorry. But maybe I could just have it run across the bottom of the screen here. Oh my gosh, guys. This is what happens when like you're doing entirely too many things at once. But Kareen is actually really, really awesome. And let's see if we can get this running across the bottom of the screen for you guys. Okay, so it's happening. That's her name. Anyway, if you guys want, like, you have enough time to like grab a drink and settle in before I really dive into like this topic, because I think it's going to be really fun. I think it's actually a really important discussion for us to have, just generally speaking. So do all the things that you need to do. But before I jump into it too much, who else went to IMEX last week? IMEX America. Like, I saw this hashtag going around. It was like, I'm exhausted, which I thought was hilarious. I'm actually going to drop that in the chat too, because I was like, wait, what? That's crazy. And I thought it was the cutest little thing. And I think it's really like a real representation of like how we all feel right now. Like everything was so jam-packed last week and it was crazy. I mean, outside of just being in Vegas, like IMEX is just so much, there's so much going on. There's so many vendors, there's so many events. From like educational events or like, after parties or meeting up with people. Like, I don't know about y'all, but my ankles were happy for the weekend. So, there's that. Anyway, I think you guys are all back now from getting whatever you need to get. So, let's see. So, Korea, she comes from like the European event market where, creativity is just kind of like the name of the game. So we were having this chat, and so she recently told me that most American events are like copy and paste versions of each other. And I don't know. I've never had to like limit my creativity is like her general perspective. So she was just like mind blowing. And I don't know, did that like hit home for some of you guys? Because it hit home for me in terms of just like walking around show floors and like seeing what's happening and what's not happening and how it's kind of just like, wait, what? Or even just like going to like very specific events in like different countries and making comparisons to like the American market and just going like, okay, well, what's wrong here? So I know, let's kind of tackle the elephant in the room. Like, why does the copy and paste mentality dominate the American event planning scene, especially amongst like, the big Fortune 500 brands? Sometimes you're like, how, this is just like, but how, what? I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling. You guys talk to me. Let me know if I'm just like wrong, but this is just like what Corinne and I were chatting about. And I was talking to Rich today, Rich Rodriguez, who I met at IMEX, which I thought was also really cool. IMEX, not IMAX, because it's not like a movie theater. IMEX. And I don't know, like, we noticed some things too, right? Like, not just in design, but also some of like the copy and paste on like trade show behavior. So not just like visuals, but also like just like marketing execution. I think even Liz Lathan made like the funniest post about it not too long ago when she was like analyzing or like giving feedback, constructive feedback on a brand's trade show booth, like their sponsorship activation and like what was happening there and how it could be improved and how people are just like, yeah, let's just make an activation, scan people's badges, and then go. And it's like, what? I think I'm gonna find that post too and like drop the link for you somewhere around here. I don't know where, but I don't know. I feel like the copy and paste conundrum is a thing. And I mean, I don't know. Is it like tight deadlines? Is it limited resources? Is it like the insane pressure to get it right? But like, what? Like, is it just because you're okay, our budgets are cut, let's like play it safe and not do like the riskiest possible move in order to like create something outstanding? And I feel like even that in itself, I'm just trying to understand like the thought process of like how and why people are doing what they're doing and how they're doing it. I think even that is not even the right approach, right? Like, those are all the things that I think are the reasons they're doing the copy and paste. No one's telling me otherwise. So, I mean, the comments are open, people. Feel free. Should I be streaming on Facebook instead? Because y'all are just not talkative over here. Anyway, so if we go on the basis that it's just like tight deadlines or like, limited resources or just the pressure to get things right, then we understand why like copy and paste is a thing. So let's dive into why it's time to kind of like break free and like shake things up, right? So, well, number one, and I'm a little biased, but like graphic design can come to the rescue, right? So graphic design can help you guys execute your like thematic brilliance like on a like lower budget, You want to set a theme that sets the mood, like, I don't know, Hollywood red carpet at an innovation summit. So like, why not, right? Because I mean, who does not like glitz and glam, right? Um, Customization, right? Like, think of your event as like a blank canvas. Like, tailor-made graphics can be your best friend. And then you want to like innovate within those brand guidelines. You can still respect brand colors and logos, but like mix things up a little bit. And then there's cohesion and consistency, right? So keeping everything from invites to stage decor and like just like overall like company brand cohesive, like having things really all feel connected. And of course, lastly, the impact. I mean, your goal is to make attendees talk about your event for weeks to come, whether they're talking about the fact that their feet hurt so much, or that there was just so much information, or that they just like loved the, I don't know, the musical parade down the aisles. Shout out to Jacques, who is the coolest guy. Actually, I'll tag him somewhere around here too. He is the party. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get this wrong at all. Let me make sure I get his title right. The party scientist. Boom, that's what it is. So whether you're doing something like that to like make your event unforgettable. Okay, so I don't, that's graphic design and visuals and like entertainment and all these things wrapped up into one. Sorry, that was like a bit of like word vomit and confusion and all those things. But like, we know how awesome graphic design can be, but how do we escape those like in-house bottlenecks, right? So there is always a lot going on. And same thing, talking to Rich today, you kind of just want to like get those like pros on board. So listen, if you're up to your ears in like design bottlenecks and it's time to think about outsourcing, get pros who live and breathe graphic design, but graphic design for events. Like that's really a thing. So you can focus on making your event a hit, right? I don't know. Life's too hard for like dull events and like run-of-the-mill graphics and like boring copy and paste everything. If we listen to, and I think I might have to interview her, but if we listen to what Corinne had to say and make our American events as vibrant and as memorable as they can be, versus being afraid and quivering and like, you know, hiding behind our budgets and the amount of time that we have, if we decided to like collaborate, right? Because if everybody's like working together to move things forward, if we're reaching outside of ourselves rather than, you know, putting a lot of pressure on our in-house team, it'll definitely make a difference. I don't know. I guess because today no one's talking to me. I'm not even sure if you guys are getting it, but this is kind of just where I'm at. So thanks for tuning in, you lovely people. Don't forget to like and share and comment with your thoughts if you're seeing this later on. And let's promise each other that the next event that we plan, that we work on, that we collaborate on, that is not going to be anything copy and paste. It's going to be everything but copy and paste. Anyway, so until next time, keep planning, keep innovating, and let your events shine. Have an amazing day, everyone. And yeah, peace, love, and hair grease.